Picture a dimly lit village square somewhere in 15th century Europe. A woman stands accused, surrounded by fearful townsfolk and grim-faced priests. They scream witch, but she's really a midwife who knows the secrets of herbs and childbirth. Her fate, a chilling reminder of a violent takeover, not just of land or power, but of women's ancient role as healers. Why did this woman, once a healer, become a hunted outcast? That story twists into something much bigger. Let's start where the flame was first lit, medieval Europe, where witches were more often midwives. This wasn't just fear, this was a strategic hammer crushing a female-dominated medical world. Margaret was a skilled midwife in 15th century Germany, known for her herbal remedies and successful births. But when a local child died, Margaret's healing hands suddenly marked her as a witch. Her trial was swift. Accused of maleficium, she was burned at the stake, a warning to all women healers who dared challenge the rising male medical authorities. Imagine medicine as a booming company in hostile takeover mode. Male physicians, backed by universities and church power, saw women healers as competitors to be eliminated. Like a ruthless CEO buying out startups, they co-opted knowledge, dismissed women's truths as superstition, and rewrote healing history with themselves at the helm. The witch hunts weren't random hysteria, they strategically erased centuries of women's healing wisdom. By branding midwives as witches, authorities made it dangerous for women to practice medicine. This led to a systemic loss of invaluable health knowledge, replaced by a male-dominated medical orthodoxy that still influences us today. Fast forward to 19th century America. The medical field was becoming more official, but that rise came at a steep cost. Female healers were pushed out with new schools, laws, and social norms reshaping who could claim expertise. During the 1800s, budding medical institutions in the U.S. proudly excluded women. Medical schools like Harvard and Johns Hopkins created admission policies that shut women out entirely. Women who had learned midwifery from generations of mothers found their skills dismissed as unscientific. This wasn't just prejudice. It was a systematic gatekeeping designed to turn healing into a male monopoly. States began passing licensing laws ostensibly to improve care, requiring formal education doctors couldn't give women. Midwives suddenly faced legal threats, their practices labeled unsafe or illegal. This regulatory squeeze pushed women from community-based healing to outsiders. The law became a weapon to enforce gender roles within medicine. Male doctors reframed childbirth from a natural, female-led event into a biomedical crisis needing hospital intervention. Where midwives celebrated woman's body and rhythm, male physicians imposed mechanized rules and interventions. The telling of who saved births switched, making doctors the heroes and midwives the forgotten past. Here's the twist: despite centuries of suppression, women are reclaiming healing roles. The struggle didn't vanish, it transformed. The women's movement sees revival of female healers as a fight for autonomy and holistic health. In the 1970s, second-wave feminism sparked health clinics run by women for women. Places like Boston Women's Health Book Collective rejected the male doctor model and embraced women-centered care. They published guides like Our Bodies, Ourselves, turning personal health knowledge into political empowerment. These clinics were grassroots revolutions, healing as rebellion. Midwifery and nursing, once low status or criminalized, began regaining respect as evidence showed better outcomes with personalized, empathetic care. The rise of nurse midwives blended scientific knowledge with traditional female wisdom, bridging old and new. The profession's revival wasn't just about jobs but reclaiming a lost legacy. Ultimately, the fight to reclaim healing isn't just about medicine, it's about control over our bodies and lives. The authors argue that women's resurgence in healthcare isn't a throwback but a necessary leap forward, transforming how society views knowledge, power, and well-being. Remember Margaret standing in that shadowed village square? Today her story isn't just history, it's a call to question who owns healing and why. Women's return as healers is more than nostalgia, it's a challenge to reclaim autonomy over bodies and knowledge. So next time you see a health choice, ask, who's telling the story? Try exploring women-led care or learning traditional remedies. It could be your quiet revolution. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.